What is an array? An array is basically a list of things. You can simply say type, then square brackets, name, then new type, square brackets, between the square brackets, the size of the array, and that's it. Otherwise, you can do type, brackets, name equal, then you put the values this way, directly into the array. So let's create an integer array, call it my nums, and let's say that it has 3, 5, 6, 8, 9, 12, 18, 19, 22. So now we have an integer array that has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 characters. There are multiple points that I would like to cover regarding arrays. First is the fact that they can store anything. They can store integers, doubles, characters, strings, or anything in between. The second thing is the way that we access a single value in arrays is by using the name of the array, then specifying the index or the location of the variable you would like to print or to get. We need to know one thing about arrays or about counting in general in programming, which is that counting always starts from 0. So in this case we would this is what we would have. So if we want to access the value 12, we need to address it by its index or its location in the array. So let's do system.out.println. Let's say 5, which is the value 12, and let's run the code and see if it actually prints 12. And surprise, it did. To change a certain value in the array, we would simply just also use the name, my nums. Let's say we want to change the 6. So we would say my nums of 2 is equal to 88. Then let's print before and after, location 2 or index 2. It was 6 before and it became 88 after changing the value. So another thing is printing the whole array. You can't exactly print an array directly. Let's comment these out for now. Okay, so you can't exactly print an array directly. If we did this, we would be in some trouble, because Java would give you the memory address where this array is stored. It wouldn't give you the contents of the array itself. To get around that, we can do a loop that starts from 0, which is the initial index, and ends at my nums dot length. MyNums is an array, and arrays have a property of having a length. So instead of counting how many elements are in there, you can directly say mynums.length and it would right away say 9 elements, because the indices are from 0 to 8. The length would be up to 9. So then we would do I++, then we would print mynums of I. Add a space and a comma, and let's run that. So as you can see here, we were able to print all the values using a loop. Okay, now let's see. One comment is that if you're eagle-eyed, you would probably notice that I didn't use the curly braces here. And the reason being that I only have a single statement. If I had multiple statements, like it would be fine, but this thing wouldn't be part of the loop. So if we run this line wouldn't run with the loop, it would run after the loop. So without the curly braces, we only can cover a single statement. With the curly braces, if we run it now, we would have the print 3x's within the loop, and it would be also repeated 9 times or 10 times, just like the loop itself. So with that being said, I need to mention also that it's not only for loops, it's also for if statements, it's for while loops, and I guess that's it. Okay, let's now move on to methods.